Good morning.
Good morning.
As I was searching for inspiration to bring you greetings this morning, I said to myself, I would be remiss not to take this opportunity to offer a message of hope in such a turbulent political and social climate. Every day we're inundated with streams of information from various news outlets. Oftentimes the pervading message is hate, breaking news. Gunman leaves 58 dead and over 500 wounded in Las Vegas. Terrorist attack in France. Boko Haram kidnaps dozens of girls. Charlottesville race war. 12-year-old black boy gunned down by a policeman in Cleveland. With headlines like these, it makes you ask yourself, is there any good left in the world? Because all we hear are stories of pain, hate, and bigotry. It appears as if the world is about to eat itself. Couple that with the decrease in human interaction due to technological advancements in how we communicate, we are quickly becoming citizens of an artificial reality, superficially connected to not people, but perceptions, profiles, sound bites that are manufactured to either represent the best of us or the worst of us. Subsequently, without substantive relationships with people who may not look like you, our opinions become forged by the information we consume as the line of demarcation between reality and fiction slowly erodes. So I'll pose this question to you again. Is there any good left in the world? Now, obviously, the answer to this question is yes. However, it does raise another question. Then why all of the hate? Quite frankly, I wasn't slated enough time to address the why, but I can speak to the what. What we are is afraid. Afraid that we'll be left out of the conversation. Afraid that we'll be forgotten. Afraid that our lives won't matter as the landscape of power shifts. It's not hate, but it's fear. But my message for you today is fear not. This world is big enough for all of us to be great. In fact, it will work even better if we learn to celebrate each other's differences and simultaneously connect on the common thread of humanity. Our country's motto so eloquently underscores these sentiments by stating, E pluribus unum, out of many, one. Personally, I think IBP is a microcosm of what the world needs right now. A cohort of 27 people gathered from all over the world. We speak 21 different languages, 11 nationalities. We collectively embarked on this journey to be liberated from our cultural, geographical, and ideological constraints. We'll use business as a platform to foster relationships and facilitate intellectual discourse across barriers to make our world bigger by making the world smaller. We all have our personal stories and ambitions. Some of us come from wealthy families, others humble beginnings. Some of us aspire to be CEO and others leaders of the free world. But regardless of the individual reason for being here, the overarching motif is the same. Our dreams can't come to fruition without tearing down these trivial barriers. Georgetown has created a space for us to come and learn from each other while being schooled in the discipline of international business and policy. So when you hear the false narrative that the world is full of hate, remember these words by distinguished philosopher and poet, Nasir Jones, aka Nas. People fear what they don't understand, hate what they can't conquer. Instead of viewing the world as full of hate, view it as a place full of people that don't understand each other. In order to move the needle forward, start relationships.